welcome to Broadway Family Karate video tutorial for week 3 black belt class. We will be looking at a few select techniques from Po-Eun. We will be naming techniques for the first half of the pattern, and then we will be looking at some basic bow technique. Let's go ahead and start. Face me. Bowing in, and Shoryut, Yine. Tenets of Taekwondo, begin. Courtesy, humility, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Yine. Okay, for our warm-ups, we'll go ahead and pull techniques out of Po-Eun. We're going to go ahead and start with the twin horizontal elbow strike. We're going to go ahead and do this out of a close stance, feet together, fists in a hug, nice close chamber position. Basically, our arms are just going to move out, twin horizontal. Okay, we want to keep everything nice and straight, nice and on that same level. We don't want them dropping. It's going to come from here, nice tuck position. Straight out. Okay. Chamber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Next thing we're going to look at from Po-Eun is going to be the fingertip trap. We're going to go ahead and look at this just straight out of the pattern. So let's go ahead and get into a sitting stance. And I'm going to bring my right hand up. My left hand is going to be chambered into a fist. My left hand is going to be open in front. I'm going to step across with my left foot, foot of my right, forming an X stance. Okay? Bend on those knees, get it nice and stable. I'm going to come doing a big circular motion, trap right there on my wrist. Okay? Let's come back to our position. Okay? Chamber. Okay? Right hand, left hand in front open, step through, fingertip trap. Go. 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 Good X stance. Go. One more time. And go. And go. Okay. And let's go ahead. Look at it to the other side. We're not actually going to go this far in the pattern. Let's go ahead, since we're just warming up, go through nice and slow. We'll go ahead and look at it on the other side. Correct hands. Okay, so I'm going to just step our right foot in front of my left, come through, exact same on the other side. So I'm going to set my hands, nice sitting stance, step through, those legs crossed. Bend those knees, nice, strong stance. And go. Go. And go. Very good. For the hands, you're basically just coming through, large sweep of the hands, trapping with the right on the wrist with your fingertips. Okay. Last thing we're going to look at, something you've actually already seen in earlier patterns, color belt patterns, low block back fist combination. So let's go ahead and start by getting an L stance to your right. We're going to go ahead and chamber our right hand on top. It's going to be our low block. Our left hand underneath. That's going to do my back fist. So I'm going to chamber nice and tight. Come through. low block, back fist combination. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Pivot your stance to the other side. Okay. Low block chambers on top, back fist chambers underneath. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead, get a quick stretch. Go ahead, begin our lesson. So let's go up and over to your right. And switch sides. Hands on your hips. Gently over backwards. Reach up towards the ceiling. And down towards the floor. Those knees nice and straight. Let's go into long reaches across our body. Up at an angle towards the ceiling. Everybody take your left arm over, pushing with the back of your right. Switch sides. Left elbow up and pull across. And switch. Link your fingers, palms out of the way. Push up. Since we are going to be working with the bow today, let's do a couple of hand-wrist stretches. Let's go right hand out. Pull gently, fingertips back towards you. And switch. Okay. Knife hand edge in. Reach, gently pull down. And switch. Right hand thumb down. Gently clasp and roll. And switch. Comes in close. Little circles to the outside. Circles to the inside. Shake it out. Face me. Okay, before we look at our pattern, Po-Eun, we're going to look at one of the more challenging techniques in the pattern, the Double Ridgehand Block low. Now, this will look familiar. A lot of you guys have seen the double knife hand block. Some of you guys have seen the double knife hand block low. You'll see my thumbs are on the outside, or that's the knife hand. With the ridge hand, pinky side, okay? Our ridge hands are to the inside. So the difference, okay, that's the challenge, is the difference between the techniques. We're going to go nice and slow. This is something you guys can practice. Once you get it down, nice and quickly, we're going to go ahead and start nice and slow, just to get some practice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go right side forward into an L stance. We're going to start hands chambered in front, palm to palm. We're going to go ahead and sweep in a big arc motion, keeping our hands palm to palm. Then we're about a little bit past our head, and then we're going to bring them through and rotate them both over. Okay? It is a ridge hand block low, So my front hand is low. My back hand is on a slight angle, but it is still covering my solar plexus. So we're going to chamber, palm to palm. We're going to come big arc right past our head. We're going to bring it through at an angle, roll both of them over. Check your pinkies, okay? Make sure you have the technique right. Don't go fast. Take it nice and slow until you have the technique down. So chamber, palm to palm, up, double ridge hand block low. Let's just run through a few of these nice slow. Okay. Chamber, and 1, 2, 3, check your hand position, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go ahead and pivot our L stance to the other side. Okay. Palm to palm. Same thing. We're going to come up, past our head. Okay. Bring it through. Flip them both over. Not as easy as it looks, okay? Up and flip. I really think that as I come through, palm to palm, I keep my hands palm to palm. As I come here and I rotate them through, I just do a flip on both of my hands. It just helps me remember to get them in that correct position. So we're here, good L stance, we come up through, right past, down at an angle, flip both of your hands. Okay, let's go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Look down at your hands. Make sure you've got your pinkies on the outside. Make sure to go in the right way. Like I said, it feels really strange at first. Okay, this is not a position, hand position that we use a lot. A lot of times you're going to look down, you're going to have one ridge hand, one knife hand. Okay, just flip it back over. Keep them palm to palm. As you come through, just flip them both over. Okay, practice. Go nice and slow. Don't try to go fast until you have it down. We're going to practice this technique a lot. This is probably the most challenging technique. The most challenging technique in Po-Eun. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to run through the first half of Po-Eun, naming the techniques. Just like with the color belt patterns, we're going to go ahead and we're going to learn all the names of the techniques. We're going to go through nice and slow. There are new techniques that you have not seen. There are new techniques that I have not really taught, especially naming them out loud. So we're going to go through nice and slow, both for you, both for me. Make sure we have this down. Okay, we're going to start with a very unique ready position. Tween arc hands high. Your hands should make almost like a diamond shape above your head. Okay, I think we see this in another black belt pattern. This is a kind of a black belt chamber. You don't see this in the color belts. So we're going to start here, tween arc hands high. We're going to name the techniques Po-Eun. Drop our hands down. Double fist block. Bring them up. This is a distraction. We're basically just drawing our partner's gaze up. We're going to do a strike low. A side kick low. Come through. Horizontal knife hand strike. Back in. Horizontal punch. Chamber our left hand up, right hand down. Do a low block, inner forearm block combination. Go back through. Low block, inner forearm block combination. Going to cross our palms. Now we've seen this with the wedging block out of Dosan. This is a little bit different application, but it's the same thing. Wedging block. Cross the palms. Wedging block. Right hand out. Left hand is going to be open right on the side of our fist. Trap. pull in, okay? Chamber, hand just goes right to the front, punch. And on the other side, trap, okay? Pull in, hands to your hips, twin horizontal punch. We practice to start with, okay? Our left hand is open, we're gonna step through into that X stance, fingertip trap. That's it. Step into an L stance. C block. We step our left foot up to our right foot. That closed stance. Twin horizontal elbow strike. Let's see. Left hand on top. Right hand is underneath. We're going to step into an L stance back towards the middle. Low block back fist combination. Now our left hand's going to come up. Our right hand's going to be in front this time. Not going to do a fingertip trap. We're going to do a hammer fist strike low. So we're going to take our fist, put it right in the palm of our hand. Hammer fist block low. Okay, and to finish it off, we're going to step into an L stance, palm to palm. We're going to bring them up and around. Double Ridgehand Block low. Very good. First half. Po-Eun. Nice challenging pattern. Okay, let's go ahead and run through that a few times. Some of our older, more experienced black belts maybe have seen this pattern in the past. It has been a while. So this is going to be a brand new pattern for most of you guys. Go through it nice and slow. We're just trying to learn the techniques. We're going to work on this for 2 terms. We got plenty of time to get this down. Okay, so Po-Eun. Twin arc hands high. Double fist block. Distraction. Side kick low. Horizontal knife hand strike. Horizontal punch. Low block inner forearm block combination. Low block inner forearm block combination. Wedging block. Trap. Pull in. Punch. Trap. Pull in. Twin horizontal punch. Right hand fist. Left hand is in front and open. Fingertip trap. C block. Step together. Twin horizontal elbow strike. Left hand on top, right hand chambers underneath. Low block back fist combination. Step through. Hammer fist strike low. Step through. Double Ridgehand Block low. Whew. Okay, well, let's go through that one more time. So that's a lot of new material. Go through one more time, 3 times, that'll get it into your brain. Okay. Twin arc hands high. Double fist block. Distraction. Side kick low. Horizontal knife hand strike. Horizontal punch. Low block inner forearm block combination. Low block inner forearm block combination. Wedging block. Right fist is out. Left foot, left hand. Trap. Pull in. Punch. Switch sides. Trap. Pull in. Twin horizontal punch. Left hand is open. Fingertip trap. C block. Twin horizontal punch. Twin horizontal elbow strike. Sorry. Through. Low block back fist combination. Right hand is open. Low hammer fist strike. Finish it off. Double Ridgehand Block low. That will give you some material to work with. Okay. Don't have to know the technique. Don't have to know the pattern. We just want to work on the names of the techniques. There's a lot of new things in there to work with. And that's only the first half. The second half, it's even more fun. Okay, that is completely... Okay, Bo. Now we're going to have some fun. Okay, Mr. Jessica, you get me a bow, please. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is our bow. First term we've used this weapon, so we're going to work through some basics. We're going to look at 7-strike kata, very short kata. We're going to do the first 4 strikes out of the 7-strike kata, and then we're going to look at a high section striking drill that you can work with a partner. So we're going to go ahead and start with the very basics. This is going to, when I'm not using the bow, it's going to live right here in my right hand against my shoulder. I want to keep the bow nice and high. I don't want it to drop down because then it just becomes a dangerous weapon. Okay, especially if you're indoors. Parents, probably the best idea to make them go outside and work with the bow. You want to try to keep it upright, especially in class when we have 5, 6, 7, 10 people with bows. If they're just hanging out back here, swinging around, somebody's going to get hit with a bow. Okay, so this is our ready position. This is where it stays in our attention stance. So when I bow, this is where it stays. To go and get to my ready position, I'm going to take my left hand is going to come across here, right where my thumb, palm is up, and I'm going to pull the bottom end up, and then I'm going to rotate ends. I'm going to step back with my right foot. I'm going to bring the back end up. So this is going to look different for you guys because I'm not going to be able to reverse this and tell you guys. My left foot is in front. I know it looks like my right, but I'm not going to be able to switch it and make it look right, especially with my hands. I'll actually do this to the side so it makes more sense. My left foot is in front, so my left hand is low, my back hand is high. And the bow is pretty much right across my face. That's where my guard position is. I want the back end up at an angle back behind me. It's poking the giant in the eye. Okay, I want a nice angle, just like that. It should be protecting my face. That is our ready position. So I start here, bow. This is probably one of the more difficult parts of the bow, and we're just getting ready. Thumb, palm up. Okay, bring the bottom end up, and then I'm going to rotate it, step back. Very good. Left foot in front, left hand down, right hand up. It's like this from the side. Now we're going to go ahead. Kata. We have a 7-strike kata that we use. We can, once we know this pretty well, work this with a partner. We're not going to work this with a partner today. We're just going to look at the first 4 strikes of the 7-strike kata. So let's go ahead and go to our ready position. Up, rotate, step back with my right foot. Okay, so my left foot is in front. I'm going to, you see my hands? It's about a third, and a third. My thumbs are both pointing up, okay? Which means my grip is on opposite sides of the weapon, okay? My fingers, if they're on opposite sides, it gives me good control over the bow. It makes it very difficult for someone to take it away from me. But if you'll look, and when you've got the bow in your hand, if both of your thumbs are pointed up, you're good, okay? Just tuck them around. So I'm going to start, I'm going to step through with my right foot. And then pretty much my first strike is really going to be a men's strike. Now if you've noticed, I've got 3 points of contact, my right hand, my left hand, and it's tucked up against my body. Now while I'm striking in the air, this just helps the technique, makes it look really clean. When I'm actually striking something, you really want that third point of contact. You really want the end against your body. Most of the techniques we do with the bow, 1, 2, 3, the bow will be held up against your body somewhere. Okay, so that first strike down, strike 1. Now the second one, I'm going to take the back end of the bow. The really cool thing about the bow is it's got 2 ends. So while they're busy looking at this end, I'm going to get them on the other side. Men's strike comes down. I'm going to bring my back end up, and I just basically hold it right up against my shoulder. And then I'm going to switch sides with the bow, and the other side is going to come through and strike. On our 4th strike, we're going to get fancy. Okay, my front hand, I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to change that grip. And I'm basically just going to pull this side in, and strike across with the other end. We're just alternating the ends. That's the 4 strikes through. Now, to our ready position. Okay. Going to step through, strike 1. It's going to look just like a man. Okay. Strike 2 is going to use the other end. It's going to come up under the chin. Okay. Strike 3, going to the other side. Against my body. 1, 2, 3. Reverse that grip. Bring it back across. Okay. Right into your arm. Rotate, step back, left foot in front, my left hand is down, my right hand is up. Okay. Step through, strike, okay. 2, 3, reverse that grip, 4. Let me go ahead and do that off to the side. Put it off to the side. Position here, okay, left foot in front, step through, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That last strike with the reverse of the hand. Okay, and do it one time going this way. Nice and slow, okay. Reverse. Back with your right foot, step forward, so right foot's in front, strike down, under the chin, against my shoulder, strike across, reverse that grip, strike across. Okay, that is 4 parts of our 7-strike kata. Once we get those other 3 strikes down, get some practice in, we will work that with a partner. Now let me actually take one moment to look at changing that grip. Thank you, sir. Okay. Go ahead and step through. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm on that 3rd strike. Thumbs are both up, so I'm both in the normal strike position. This is my normal grip. What I do not want to do when I'm switching grips is to take my hand completely off the bow, bring it way around. I don't want to lose contact with the bow. I can do this. I can just take it and just roll my hand over the bow. You just want to keep everything nice and close. So there's no reason to go from here, take my hand completely off, bring it way up and grab it. Okay, as you guys see, my thumbs are now pointing towards themselves. That's that reverse grip. So I'm here, normal position. I'm ready for that 4th strike. You know, just roll it. You can maintain contact with the bow through the whole change of grip. And then I'm ready for that 4th and final, that 4th strike that we're going to look at today. So let me run through that one more time. Just take a good look. Okay, regular grip. Both thumbs are up. A 3rd and a 3rd and a 3rd. I'm going to step through. Men strike. 1, 2, 3. Next one's going to go under the chin. Okay. 1, 2, 3. My 3rd strike is going to go, I like to aim for the temple on this. 1, 2, 3 points of contact. Okay. And I just roll my hand over the bow, maintaining a good grip, and just pull it in. I'm going to strike to the other temple. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually a really small change of the hand position. I mean, you're changing the grip, but you want to keep the motion nice and slow, nice and close. You don't need to take your hand off the bow at all. You can just roll it over top of it. Okay. The last thing we're going to look at with the bow is a high section strike with a partner. Now, this is where it gets fun. Be real careful with your partner. Not everybody has bows. Not everybody has 2 bows. So we're going to have to do a little improvising. Okay? What we want to make sure is that we're at a proper distance where we are making contact with the ends of the bow. We want to make sure that we're not too close, that we're not catching anybody with the fingers. So basically what we're going to do, this is like a side-to-side drill. Let me go and demonstrate this a few times. Then I'm going to have Mr. Disselcohen step out here and we're going to work this drill. Start with, come to my ready position. All these strikes are high. Now they're not necessarily men strikes, more kind of strikes to the side of the head. So if you can imagine not a strike straight down, but one coming across like that, it makes it a whole lot easier for your partner to block. So I'm in my up position. I'm going to step forward with my right foot, and I'm going to strike. 1, 2, 3 points of contact. Okay. My next step, and I'm going to switch to the other side. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 steps forward. 3 steps forward. Okay. Let's stick with 3 basically because a lot of times you don't have a lot of room, and if you and your partner both know you're doing 3 steps, because once I step forward 3 times, my partner steps back 3 times, he's going to step forward and I'm going to step back. So you have to coordinate this. Okay? So I've done my 3 high strikes. Now he's going to start stepping forward. And I'm going to come through. The strike and the block, they're identical. Okay? I'm not aiming for my partner. I'm just aiming for the stick. And we're basically going to slowly walk 3 steps forward and then 3 steps back. Like a nice dance without music, and you got to use big sticks. Unless you don't have a big stick, and you can use a broomstick. Okay, I knew I'd lose it. Okay, we're going to go and start with 2 bows. Like I said, most of you guys are not going to have 2 bows at home, but this is the optimal situation. So we're going to work the bows just to help you guys figure out the distance. Now, as you notice right now, we are at a further distance than we are empty-handed. Okay, that's a really important thing to remember. Both of our hands, both of our bows are tucked underneath. We bow. Okay, and then we're going to go and get into our ready position. And let's go ahead and set this right into this cone. We might leave the frame slightly. Said, I'm going to start. Very important. You need to know who's going to lead, who's going to start, who's going to step forward, who's going to step back. Okay? So I'm going to start by stepping forward. Mr. Disselcohen is going to step back, and we're both going to make contact with that high oblique strike. Okay? And I usually like to count them. 1. Now if you notice, we've got 1, 2, 3 points of contact. Okay? And then I'm going to step forward. 2. Okay? See where our bows are crossed? Somewhere towards the tip. If you notice with your steps, they start inching towards the hands. Let's get a little more distance apart. I'd rather be too far than too close. And then 1 more step. 3. Now Mr. Disselcohen is going to step forward. Okay? And 1, 2, 3. Not hitting hard, but really just working on technique, getting 1, 2, 3 points of contact, and getting our footwork. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. That's the way we work it in class. 2 bows, very easy. Both have the same reach. These are pretty robust. Once you get the motions and the strikes down, you can start to make a little more contact. Keep it nice and light, especially if your partner does not have a bow. Now we're going to work a few drills with an improvised bow. Now, Mr. Disselcohen, okay, it's a broom handle, okay? It's not quite as long as the bow, but it's a pretty good stand-in. You can work the 7-strike kata with the broom handle. You can work the high section drill. You can work just from the attention to this ready stance position with a broomstick, just like that. And that's probably one of the hardest things we learn with the bow, is just that here, up, around, stepping back. Okay? Definitely you can practice that with a broom handle. Okay, now you'll notice the distance is going to be a little different. So let's set this right. That's much smaller, not as long. We want to take the contact down a little bit. Other than that, we're going to use it just like a bow. Okay? So, yeah, good luck with that. Okay, I'm going to step forward and gently. Okay, and 2, and 3. And he's going to try to maintain the best technique as he can. It's a little bit harder because it's shorter to maintain those 3 points of contact, but it's a lot easier when you work in contact drills. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. 1, right on the edge. 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. Either one of us have bows. You can get me that broom handle, that broomstick. We'll go ahead and we'll both use improvised bows. Okay. Once you guys get done cleaning your room, you can work with the bow. Okay, and I'm going to do this just the same. Let's see how I want to work this. Let's do it this way. Okay, underneath my arm, just like it's a bow. Okay? Just like that. And I'm going to switch because this will be easier. So I got to use the other side anyway. Okay, I'm going to lead. I'm going to count. I'm stepping forward. He's going to step back. We're going to do the same thing. We're going nice and slow. These are not 6-foot bows. These are a little bit shorter, so we're going to go nice and slow. Just working on technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Your way. 1, 2, and 3. I feel like I should drop into a Jackie Chan special with this thing, but we're going to stay formal bow technique. Thank you, sir. So, you can practice your bow, you can practice your 7 strikes, you can practice the high attacks with a partner stepping forward and backwards. One of you has a bow, if neither one of you guys have a bow. Any long stick, broomstick, broom handle, you guys can use that. Like I said, you may get a little creative. Be careful, okay? Take it slow. Really just kind of work the techniques. Okay, let's see. So, recap. We looked at a couple of techniques out of Po-Eun, Double Ridgehand Block low, twin horizontal elbow strikes, and low block back fist combination. We looked at naming techniques, the first half of Po-Eun, and we looked at a basic grip with the bow, our 4 out of the 7 strikes from 7-strike kata, and we looked at that partner drill with the high section strikes. Practice those at home. Be careful with your bows, okay? Especially if you just have one, which most people just have one, so if you're doing it with a partner, the other person's going to have a more improvised weapon. Okay, very good. Congratulations, that was our first black belt video tutorial. I will see you guys again next week. Let's go ahead and got to bow out. So face front, show you in. Okay. Show you in. Okay. Student oath begin. I pledge to be a champion of freedom and justice. I pledge to observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I pledge to respect my instructors and my fellow students. I pledge never to misuse Taekwondo. I pledge to build a more peaceful world. Thank you very much.